Hey, how are you doing?
My son took it very, very seriously, to the point that he would do the most laps at his school. The other day he did 5K, which is incredible. I mean, for a 10-year-old, right? In my opinion. He couldn't sleep last night. He was so excited about this. This is my daughter's 3rd year and my son's 1st year, and I also have a 3rd. My wife is my son's teacher, and this is her 3rd year coming. He couldn't sleep at night. He was so excited for this day, and actually to come here and see it was incredible. That's why I came, because I've heard about it for the last couple of years, and to see it, it gives me goosebumps actually. It's incredible. What a fantastic day.
Did you, I mean, knowing our age coming up through the AIDS epidemic, did you ever think that this would happen, that your child would be learning about this disease in the manner in which he is?
No, not in the manner. No, this is incredible. This is the perfect format to teach them about AIDS. It's incredible. No, I had no idea. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, the challenge with HIV and AIDS is that it's so devastating when you see it up close, and it's painful and sad. But what Patrick taught us with the way he went through his illness and his challenges was just that, you know, life is so beautiful because when we celebrate it and we take time to go through our challenges with courage and humility and grace as he did. And what was amazing about his story is that that's continued. Now 10 years after he's gone, his story still inspires thousands literally here today who are inspired by what he went through. And we're talking about an illness that's still stigmatized everywhere, and we still have major challenges to break down in that department, but also with the young people, they don't know what it is unless you talk about it, unless you create an event, and unless you put a face to it. It's hard for them to relate to it, so this does that, and I think that's what's been the success and the inspiration behind so many people joining on and saying, yeah, we need to be doing this.
I asked your mother if she ever had a vision that it would get to this scope. She said no.
Well, that's the miracle of it all, is basically that the whole thing with Patrick for Life is that it's been an organic community organization. I mean, it really has. People pitch in what they can when they can, and it comes together. And it's been one person after the other that comes with what they can. Everybody has different skills and a different piece of the puzzle, but what we see today is the puzzle being really pieced together. And that's what's amazing, and that's what's so beautiful about it. But really, if we were to tell you that this was by design, we'd be lying to you. This has just been a real blessing in so many ways for the family, because we put energy into it and 3 times comes back. And that's a bit of the story with volunteer work too, that we've found as a family, is that the more we put out, the more we get back. So it becomes its own movement. It's become its own movement.
How do you carry this message beyond the borders of North Bay and Nipissing? Because it is such a positive message, and there are so many communities that aren't getting the idea about what HIV and AIDS needs to be talked about and shared and learned.
Yeah, and that's the challenge, and that's where we're going next, and that's what we're hoping to do with this. And as the program has become more organized and better structured, and as we learn what schools need in terms of curriculum and how this fits into what they're doing, we're able to create the resources so that it can be exported to different places. We were in Timmins last week, and teachers came up to us and says, we'd love to have something like this in our schools. And now we have the product because we've I wouldn't say mastered, but we're working at mastering the box, so to speak, that we could give to other communities so that we can spread it around. Because the goal is to go province-wide and nationwide and worldwide. I mean, AIDS is a world epidemic, and we need to be talking about it everywhere. But we also need to establish our sustainability here in this community and not go too big too fast. And I think that's what's happened from doing that properly, is that when we do grow, it will be in a smart, efficient and sustainable way too as an organization, because it is a volunteer-driven organization, 100%.
What do you think Patrick would say about where you're at now?
He would be inspired. He would be, I think, as inspired as we are by him and his story. And when he went into high schools and talked about his illness, it was difficult, but a worthy endeavor. And now we're doing that, and I think he would just be really inspired and touched and grateful that we carried his dream forward. And I'm sure that's why the weather's so nice today.